church shooter here, back at it again with another freaking video, man. I hope you all are doing all right around this time of the year, man. I just finished sitting down having a conversation with my mom about the 2024 election and all of the possibilities of each outcome. I decided to make this video and talk to y'all about what firearms you should be buying before the 2024 election. If you happen to click on this video and you are watching this video right now, you are paying attention to the things that's going on around the world. You are aware that the 2024 election is about to come very, very soon. It's basically right around the corner. And so you see the title, you're here to get some insight and some opinions on what kind of guns you should buy before the election. I just finished having a conversation with my mom and we were talking about things that we should do and prepare for before this election rolls over. And so I decided to make this video. I decided to share 5 firearms with each person that I think that they should go out and purchase before the 2020 election. So yeah, with that being said, like the video, stay tuned to the end, and let's talk about it. So each of these firearms are basically subjective and they're kind of opinion based. You know, these are the firearms that I have in my arsenal. If you want to get these firearms, get them. I highly recommend them. But if you want to get something that's in the same category or closely related, similar features as the ones that I'm going to show y'all, then I highly recommend that you should get them. But I'm pretty sure everyone has at least something real close to each firearm that I'm going to show you. So with that being said, the number one firearm that I'm going to show y'all is my Glock 43X. So clear. So starting with my Glock 43X, the reason why I put this firearm in the list of firearms to buy before the 2024 election is because it's small, it's compact, it's slim and very easy to conceal. It's upgradable, meaning, well, this version, this is the 43X MOS version, so you can put a red dot on it, which I highly recommend putting red dots on all of your pistols if you can. If you can't, iron sights is always good, but if you can go red dot, go red dot. This firearm is light ready, so you can put a weapon mounted light on the bottom. It's got the rail right here, so you can put the light on the bottom. The Glock 43X standard magazine count is 10 rounds, but there are aftermarket magazines that allow you to get higher round counts, such as this one right here. This is the Shield, the S15 by Shield Arms, and it allows me to get 15 in here. And then you can change the base plate if you want. I also have another S15 where I change the base plate and it allows 20 in one magazine. It's got decent grip size. I don't know if y'all can tell, but this gun right here is basically the size of my hand. I could fit this gun in my hand easily. So I do have pretty big hands. But with that being said, the grip size is nice and comfortable for me. As y'all can see, I get all 3 of my fingers seated on there nice, proper, and I can get a tight grip on it, punch out and get on target. So I like that. Once again, easy to conceal because of the slimness of this firearm. Now cons about this firearm, because it is a small firearm, because it's on the smaller side, it is a little bit harder to control for inexperienced shooters. But if you are an experienced shooter, then I recommend this. You know, the recoil won't be bad for you. The other con that I thought about with this gun was the standard low magazine count, the 10 round mags, which ain't all too bad because you can get higher round magazine counts, like I told y'all. So yeah, I like this gun. This is my EDC. This is my everyday carry so far. She's reliable. I've ran over 500 rounds through her with no malfunction. I probably cleaned her. You know, it's a Glock, so Glocks are very reliable. I probably cleaned it one maybe 2 times since I bought it, and it ain't had no malfunction on me. So yeah, I highly recommend this. The second firearm that I recommend each and every person should have or should go out and buy before the election is a Gen 5 Glock 19. So we are clear. So yes, this right here is my Gen 5 Glock 19. Now each Glock has different gens. Personally, I go with the Gen 5 because I don't really like the finger grooves. I like the smooth frame right here. It allows for me to get a nice and tight grip on it. But I like the Glock 19. I chose the Glock 19 because of the size. This is a full size gun, but it's still compact, so it's still somewhat easy to conceal. Got a bigger and thicker frame, so you can get a better grip on it. That grip basically fills out my whole palm, which I do like, which allows for better recoil management. It's also a little bit longer than the Glock 43X, if you can see right here. So that's another reason why I like it. And like I said, it's very easy to conceal, even though it is somewhat a full-size gun. Standard magazine count for the Glock 19 is 15 rounds. This is a 15-round magazine, but I do have the +2 base plate on here, so it allows me to get 17 in the magazine, plus 1 up top if I wanted to, so that's 18. Glocks come in MOS versions as well as standard version. This is a standard version, so it just has iron sights. It does not have optic ready capabilities, but if you wanted to get the MOS version so you can mount an optic on it, you could. It's very upgradable, if you should say. Glock has a lot of different aftermarket parts that allow you to basically upgrade and customize your Glock to your liking, whether it's magazines, triggers, lights, iron sights. You could put a compensator on it if you wanted to. So you could basically customize your Glock to your liking however you want it. And the recoil is very manageable even for beginner shooters because of the size. It's not too many cons with this gun. I guess the only con it would have is it's a Glock for those of y'all who don't like Glocks, but I don't know why you don't like Glock. Like, stop hating, bro. Glocks, they're reliable, they look good, and they're simple. I mean, sometimes simple is, in my opinion, simple is more in most cases, but some people don't like simple. But hey, if you like Glock, get you a Glock. The third weapon that I recommend that you should have or should go out and purchase before the 2024 election is a shotgun for home defense. Now this right here is my Mossberg 590 Shockwave, chambered in 12 gauge. It takes slugs, it takes buckshots, pretty much anything. It's a shotgun. It's pump action, as y'all can see. So anything I put in here, it's gonna feed and it's gonna eat it. Now I highly recommend having a shotgun for home defense because it's a tool. I feel like everyone should have a shotgun because it's just a staple in the gun community. I mean, shotguns, like if you're shooting buckshot, you really don't have to hit your target dead center. This is the pistol grip, so it's small, it's easy to maneuverable, and it doesn't really have as much kick as a shotgun at you a shoulder, in my opinion. I am in a wheelchair. I've shot this shotgun plenty of times. I've actually shot it one-handed, and no, it did not flip me. You can fit 5 rounds in here. You can fit 5 rounds in this shotgun, and I believe if you get the mini shells, you can definitely fit more than 5 in here. So yeah, I highly recommend getting a shotgun. And who wouldn't want a shotgun? I mean, if somebody breaking your house and they hear this, they're turning, they're leaving back out the door, okay? Like, if I walk in somebody's house and I heard, I would turn around, I'd go to church, and I commit my life to Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, because I don't want to be on the end of this barrel because it's deadly, okay? This thing's taking off limbs, putting beach ball sized holes in people, and yeah. Go get your shotgun. The fourth gun that you should have before the 2024 election is an AR pistol, or as on YNs would call it, an ARP. I definitely recommend that you should have an AR pistol, somewhat built out to your liking before the 2024 election rolls over. One, because this is considered heavy artillery. You know, ARPs, they come in different calibers. This particular caliber is 5.56. So with that being said, you get a heavier hitting round. You get more range, more velocity. So your bullet is going faster and farther. You got high round capabilities. This is a 10-round magazine. So yeah, you get a high round capacity, and they're very upgradable. You can build it out to your liking. I will do a more in-depth review. Some people have been wanting me to do a more in-depth review on my budget ARP build, but I do have ambidextrous safety selector. I got a Holosun 510C on top. I've got a light. I got laser light combo with the pressure pack, hand stop So yeah, this is my ARP. Another reason you should have an AR pistol is because you can be a lot more accurate. Like these are pretty simple versus a pistol. You know, pistol, you do have to do a little bit more training to be accurate and be deadly with your pistol. But these AR rifles, AR-15, ARPs, they're pretty much simple. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty straightforward, just point and shoot. You feel me? Anybody could shoot an AR-15 and be somewhat accurate versus anybody shooting a pistol. A pistol, in my opinion, is a little bit more difficult to control, to manage recoil and be accurate with. But assault rifles are pretty much a given, in my opinion. Lastly, because this is still considered a pistol because of the short barrel, this is a 10.5-inch barrel. It's more maneuverable. So for home defense, you got the short barrel, which is better for CQB, in my opinion, versus the next gun that I'm gonna show y'all that y'all should get. So y'all highly recommend getting an AR pistol. Last but not least, I highly recommend you to get a full-size AR-15. This right here is a 16-inch barreled. This is a 16-inch barrel, chambered in 5.56. And the pros to having a full-size AR-15 is you get a lot more velocity, a lot more range. You could be a lot accurate with this gun because of the type of scope that I have on here. This is my whiskey 3x6 Sawyer. So this is my 3x9 scope, 3x9 zoom scope. So yeah, I can see pretty far with this gun and be pretty accurate because of the barrel. So like I said, with this barrel, you get farther accuracy, a much higher velocity and distance. I feel like everyone should have both configurations of AR. One for distance. This would be my beginner or budget distance rifle. And you should have an AR pistol for close quarters combat. But it's not really too much to be said with this rifle. This rifle is specifically used for distance. So if you have a lot of land, you know, this would be perfect for you. You could see out farther, cover your land without having to be right there. You can stop intruders at your gate, at your fence, whatever the case may be. It's a lot of good uses for this, for a longer rifle. You could be a lot more accurate with this rifle. So less recoil with this rifle as well because of the longer barrel. You can have higher magazine counts. This is a 10-round magazine. This is a 10-round magazine, chambered in 5.56. They also come in 223. For those of you who don't know, 5.56 and 223 are basically the same thing. 5.56, 223, 7.62, 308, and so on and so forth. Really manageable and controllable. Like I said with my AR pistol, shooting an AR is pretty much self-explanatory. It's not as hard or as difficult as shooting a pistol and being accurate with a pistol. It's pretty much point and shoot with you know, knowing how to hold it properly so you can mitigate as much recoil as possible. But yeah, this is the last gun that I would recommend each and every one of y'all should have or should go out and buy before the election. If you have any of these guns, comment down below. If you have any recommendations for guns, comment them down below. What guns should people get before the election for home defense, for concealed carry, and for rifles? Comment that down below. If I were y'all, I would also be stocking up on ammo. If I were y'all, I would also be stocking up on ammo and going to the gun range as much as possible before the 2024 election comes. You need to know how to use your guns. You need to know what your guns are gonna do in certain type of situations. You need to test and shoot plenty of rounds through them with different ammo. Find the ammo that you like and test it in your gun to make sure that it's reliable and functionable, just in case something does happen. And every time that you go to a range, I recommend just buy a small little box of ammo here and there, and stock it up as much as possible so that you have ammo on standby just in case something does happen with this 2024 election. I would also stock up on magazines. I would also stock up on these 10-round magazines, stock up on pistol magazines, and things of that nature so you can just have it on standby. You know, you don't want to just have 1 or 2 magazines for each gun. You do want to have a couple magazines of each so that you can have just in case. You know, you might need to partner up and buddy up with some of your neighbors around, and they might need some magazines. You might need to lend out some magazines. So it's always good to have things on standby just in case of an emergency, just in case of, you know, something does potentially happen when this election happens. But other than that, this is my list of guns that you should go out and buy before the 2024 election. I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Definitely leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also want to say thank y'all for 2,000 subscribers, man. It really means the most. It really means the world to me. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in, man. Changing the game with this 2A shit. I'm bridging the gap between the 2A community and the handicapped community. I am by far the only handicapped person in a wheelchair that I have seen shooting firearms. So if you support me, man, go ahead and hit that like button, share my channel with a friend, family, whatever the case may be. We're gonna continue to grow. I hope each and every one of y'all stay safe. Get your training in. If I were you, I'd definitely pray. Ask God to keep his hands on us and to keep us safe, keep your family safe, especially around times like this, man, because we definitely need it. And yeah, man, I hope y'all just stay safe, be blessed, and yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video.